Certainly one of the most beautiful structures in the most historic city in the U.S. That's City Hall here in Philadelphia. It's the NBA Live on 2K Sports on this Tuesday afternoon. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Hey, Kevin. Well, another Kevin Durant, is just as dedicated to his craft as you are at yours, but it's off the court where he says he's been on a search, pushing my limits, the flow of life, the people I meet, the environment I want to live in. All that stuff fulfills me more than anything. Kevin, the game of basketball opens so many doors for him to search.
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant is out there with Griffin. Then there's Irving. Then there's Seth Curry. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. And for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Maxey out there with Harden. And it's Green in at small forward. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up. That's going to send Tyrese Maxey to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The 76ers shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Now, here is Irving. He kicks to Durant. Irving attacking, and that one good.
That's one of the areas he's really improved. Durant's passing abilities have grown as his years in the league have grown.
And he needs to get himself under control here. That's 2 fouls in less than 60 seconds.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
At the line for 2.
And he makes the first. Good on both.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
A second chance effort. And there's the nice layup by Griffin.
And ever since entering the league, that's been one of Griffin's favorite ways to score, attacking that offensive glass.
Now here's Embiid. You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with this play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
Quick start here for the 76ers in this one. It's a 3-point game. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Harden surveying the D. Over in the corner, Green. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Green's got 5 points so far.
Green right back at you with that 3.
Here's Irving. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Maxey. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. And it's sent back by KD.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good. And both free throws good for Curry.
And you know, for Curry, getting into the league has been a battle for Seth. I mean, He's more established and playing with more confidence now.
Step back and squared up. 5 points in the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And a deep three from Harden. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark, as we wrap up the first. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And recently, Kevin Durant discussed what they have to face night in and night out.
I think we get a lot of teams' best shot in the first half, where they, hitting on all cylinders, playing good brand of ball, moving fast, playing great defense. And I feel like we're at that level to start the game, and then, it's about who can last at that level the longest.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Durant is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Griffin. Then there's Irving. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. And so he hits both. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who've ever played the game.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now, here's Milton. To the inside. Millsap, and Millsap slams it in.
And this is what happens when Millsap gets deep inside. Superb at finishing with force.
Irving finds Griffin. Millsap against Durant, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Paul Millsap picks one up.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Tobias Harris is checked in for Millsap. Green comes in for Shake Milton. And Maxey subbed in for James Harden. Embiid, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
It's stolen by Harris. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
.26 seconds left in the first half. Weibel can't get it to go. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. Here's Durant, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
Well, you're scratching your head with how do you defend a guy like Durant. I mean, his length, his speed, ball handling, all allow him to draw fouls easily.
And both free throws good for Durant.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Yeah, nice effort there in tracking down the long rebound.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets out in front. They lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks a lot. Kyrie, what were you all focusing on coming into the game tonight?
I come out with a intense focus and intensity that other teams can't match. Just doing whatever it takes to keep our tempo. Guys are in a great rhythm when we have a great tempo. So just trying to get everybody involved and do whatever it takes to win.
Well, we'll see if you can keep playing at your pace in the second half. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were always within striking distance. 5 points was their biggest deficit. And by just a fraction, they got the better of the action in the second quarter. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, I have to point to their efficiency on the offensive end as a key for them. The way they've been moving the ball and finding the open man, that's been super impressive. They don't need to change a thing, Ernie. At this point, just keep playing smart basketball.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, I love you. I gotta be honest. That was an awful first half defensively. Giving up over 60% from the field? Come on, Ernie, wow! They stayed in it. Maybe it'll give them a little extra motivation they need to fix their defense.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the stripe time and time again.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Harden out there with Maxey, and it's Green in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it, the fast break chance. Nets passing it around. Curry outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
The 76ers shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58%. And the foul called on Blake Griffin. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Paul Millsap is checked in for Joel Embiid. George Niang comes in for Tobias Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Danny Green. And it's Shake Milton in for Maxey. And the first time out, the 76ers with some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Shake Milton. Harris comes in for George Niang. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Korkmaz. And the basket by Harden.
And Harden's three-point accuracy is lethal. I mean, he gets his shot off with such ease and quickness.
Irving passes to KD. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. The 76ers trailed by 5. The three from Harden. Another three for Philadelphia.
That's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Irving with it. It's a floater. Second chance shot. That one, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Harris dishes to Harden. Back to Harris. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Millsap with it. He's picked up by KD. Millsap kicks to Thibault. That's good. And it's Millsap with the assist. Here's Irving. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 6 points.
You know, Irving is deadly from mid-range and really embraces that shot. He doesn't shy away from it. And I think he can give opponents a lot of problems because of it.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Nets lead by 1. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So for Brooklyn now, Griffin is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Curry. And it's Irving at point. From deep Harden, and the 3-ball is good. Harden's got 9 points here in the second half.
And this is the effort you want to see out of your guys, win or lose.
Yeah, you know what? I agree. I mean, they're showing a bunch of fortitude here, keeping this game tight.
Now, here is Irving. And they're pushing it up. Here's Thibault. 2 points. That one goes. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Philadelphia.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
It's the Nets now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
Thibault with the ball. Guarded now by Durant.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
And Harden with the stop.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Here's Irving after the Sixers pick up 2. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the 76ers. Maxey comes in for Matisse Thibault.
And just look at what Durant is doing. My goodness.
52 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Philadelphia. Embiid, he's checked in for George Niang. And Harris subbed in for Korkmaz. Harden against Curry. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Fires the 3. It counts. And, oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught by.
And so now a timeout called by Doc Rivers. Let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kyrie Irving.
And his shooting percentage reflects just how efficient he's been. It's better than 50%, always a sign of a solid offensive performance. But his movement and his shot selection have also both been tremendous.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team, and he's pushed.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. I have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a two-point ball game.
And really, the tension could not be higher right now. And he looked like he was shooting free throws at practice. What a cool customer.
Irving with it, now defended by Embiid. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And the score is tied at 40. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And there's the call on Curry. That will get him his fourth foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for two. He sinks the clutch free throw. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a two-point ball game.
That's just clutch work, really. That's all you can say. A little bit of D now, and they'll be out of here with a win.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Durant. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure. It's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they got to try to manage it.
And that's curtains for them. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Durant for three. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
And there's the call on Curry. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're trailing by one. 6 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And really only one choice here, guys.
It's making a change here. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
And the perfect time to be perfect at the line. Only a 3 can tie it now. And it's all about the 3 right here.
No doubt. I mean, the next shot has to be a 3.
So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, James. Congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall, and came with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.